Honda came prepared. With smarter engineering, better pricing, and performance where it matters, this lineup hits Harley hard. But don't click away yet. The last motorcycle we're about to show you may be the one that finally tips the scales. Watch till the end. You'll see why. Number 7. Honda Rebel 500. Some motorcycles do not need to shout to make their presence known. They just show up, do the job, and earn respect 1 mile at a time. The Rebel 500 is exactly that kind of machine. It carries the soul of a cruiser in a smaller, more approachable package, built for new riders, returning riders, and those who want something easy to manage without sacrificing the ride. It produces 45 horsepower from a liquid-cooled 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. Torque comes in at 32 pound-feet, delivering predictable low-end pull and enough mid-range to keep highway speeds comfortable. Braking is handled by a single disc front and rear, each supported by a standard anti-lock braking system. Suspension duties fall to conventional telescopic forks up front and dual shocks in the rear, offering a smooth ride over city bumps or weekend back roads. Wet weight stands at approximately 416 pounds with a seat height of 27.2 inches. At a starting price of $6,800, this motorcycle remains one of the most affordable ways into true cruiser ownership without any compromise on quality. The riding position is laid back and natural with mid-mounted foot controls and wide handlebars that put you in command without putting strain on your back or shoulders. It is low enough to flat foot at a stoplight, but still gives enough cornering clearance for spirited riding. The slim tank, minimalist rear fender, and blackout engine treatment keep the look clean and modern without drifting too far from classic cruiser roots. Riders looking to personalize their ride will find plenty of aftermarket support. Saddlebags, windscreens, exhausts, and even full bobber kits are widely available. Where this motorcycle separates itself from competitors is in its mechanical predictability. The throttle is smooth, the clutch is light, the gearbox shifts without drama, and the engine rarely surprises you, which, for new riders or urban commuters, is exactly what matters. It is a motorcycle that gets out of the way and lets you enjoy the road. In the real world, the Rebel 500 is more than a starter bike. For many, it is the final choice. It is light enough for daily use, torquey enough for weekend escapes, and refined enough to feel like a real machine, not a toy. Fuel economy hovers around 60 miles per gallon, with a tank size of 2.96 gallons, giving practical range for both errands and light touring. The digital display is simple but effective, showing fuel level, speed, and gear position clearly in all conditions. What makes it a genuine threat to the cruiser hierarchy is not just the price, it is the value. No other bike at this level offers the same combination of reliability, comfort, and confidence. And while some may scoff at its size, the truth is, it brings more riders into the world of motorcycling than many larger machines ever could. In that way, it quietly undermines the legacy of heavier, louder cruisers that forgot what it means to be welcoming. The next bike on this list proves that design alone is not enough, because power, balance, and precision are finally within reach of the middleweight market. If Honda's lineup surprises you, or you've owned one of these bikes, hit like and share your take in the comments. Real-world feedback matters here. Number 6. Honda CB 750 Hornet. Not every motorcycle needs to be draped in chrome to demand respect. Some earn it by how they ride, lean, fast, and focused. The Hornet 750 is a pure middleweight street fighter, stripped down and built to perform. It is the kind of motorcycle that delivers more than it promises, offering power, control, and confidence without any unnecessary flash. It produces 91 horsepower from a liquid-cooled 755 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. Torque comes in at 55 pound-feet, tuned for real-world riding with a wide, flat curve that makes power available across the rev range. Braking is handled by dual full-size discs up front with radial-mounted calipers and a single disc in the rear, all connected to a standard anti-lock braking system. The suspension setup features a 41mm inverted fork with adjustable preload up front and a rear monoshock with progressive linkage. Wet weight sits at 461 pounds, and the seat height is just 31.3 inches. With a starting price just under $10,000, it undercuts more expensive rivals while delivering performance that holds its own. The riding posture is upright and aggressive, designed for control, not just comfort. The wide handlebars and narrow tank make this bike easy to maneuver, while the mid-mounted pegs and firm suspension give it the feel of a true canyon carver. It handles city traffic as confidently as it does winding roads, and with its lightweight chassis, it responds instantly to rider input. The engine delivers quick acceleration, strong mid-range grunt, and smooth throttle transitions, ideal for daily commuting or weekend fun. Aesthetically, the Hornet 750 avoids the excesses of both retro styling and ultra-modern gimmicks. It strikes a clean balance with an angular LED headlight, minimalist bodywork, and exposed frame sections that communicate its Street Fighter DNA. The fuel tank is sculpted for grip, and the compact tail keeps the profile tight and athletic. This is not a bike for posing. It is built to be ridden hard and put away grinning. Technology is kept practical. A full LCD dash provides real-time readouts for speed, fuel, gear position, ride mode, and engine settings. 3 standard ride modes, Standard, Sport, and Rain, adjust throttle mapping and traction control to suit conditions. These modes are toggled directly from the handlebars, allowing the rider to adapt on the fly without distractions. There is no radar, no voice commands, no unnecessary screens, just a modern interface that works when you need it. Fuel capacity is just over 3.5 gallons, and riders can expect around 50 miles per gallon depending on conditions. That puts the range in the 175-mile zone, giving plenty of flexibility for day rides without frequent stops. Maintenance is straightforward, and Honda's track record for reliability means owners can spend more time riding and less time wrenching. What makes this motorcycle a threat to legacy brands is not just its capability, it is who it speaks to. Younger riders do not want heavy cruisers with excessive chrome and decade-old tech. They want bikes that are fast, light, and connected to the road. This motorcycle gives them exactly that: performance without intimidation, tech without clutter, and design without compromise. It is not loud, it is not brash, but it is fast, sharp, and built for the road ahead. And what comes next? It is not powered by gas. It is powered by change, because the next motorcycle on this list signals a future that even Harley cannot ignore. If you're planning your next bike, don't forget your gear. Our top links are in the description. Number 5. Honda EM1E. There is a quiet revolution rolling through city streets, and this time it is electric. The EM1E is not loud, it is not aggressive, but it is a direct threat to the way things have always been. Built for short-range commuting, zero-emission zones, and first-time riders, this small machine could have a bigger impact than anyone expected. Because while other brands chase electric prestige, this one chases practicality. Power comes from a hub-mounted electric motor powered by a Honda Mobile Power Pack EE, a swappable lithium-ion battery designed for convenience and rapid turnover. While official output figures remain modest, the EM1E is designed for a top speed around 28 miles per hour, with a usable range of approximately 30 to 40 miles on a single charge. Braking is handled by a front disc and rear drum combination supported by a combined braking system for even pressure distribution. Suspension comes in the form of conventional front forks and twin rear shocks, tuned for city riding and light payloads. Wet weight, including battery, is approximately 260 pounds. Seat height is just under 30 inches, making it accessible for nearly any rider. Expected starting price lands below $5,000, making it one of the most affordable electric two-wheelers on the market from a major brand. What separates the EM1E from the rest of the electric crowd is not its power or range, it is its intention. This is a machine built for everyday life. Grocery runs, campus commuting, suburban errands. In places where cars are overkill and full-size motorcycles are impractical, this is the sweet spot. It is lightweight, maneuverable, and dead simple to operate. Twist the throttle and go. No oil, no gears, no emissions. Its real weapon, however, is the swappable battery system. Riders can charge their battery at home or simply swap it out at designated stations. In markets like Japan and parts of Europe, Honda is already rolling out battery share programs, and it is only a matter of time before similar networks take root elsewhere. That solves the biggest obstacle to electric adoption: range anxiety. From a design perspective, the EM1E is clean, minimal, and purposeful. LED lighting, digital instrumentation, and underseat storage give it a surprisingly polished presence for a budget-minded vehicle. Every inch has been shaped for function. No chrome, no fake engine casings, just pure electric utility. For seasoned riders, this may seem like a toy, but for cities looking to reduce emissions, for young riders needing simple transportation, and for parents buying their kids a first set of wheels, it is the future on a budget. And that's where the threat lies. Harley built the Livewire as a status symbol. Honda built the EM1E as a solution. One is a niche product, the other could soon be everywhere. This machine does not pretend to compete with highway cruisers or adventure tourers. What it does is chip away at the foundation of old motorcycle culture, the belief that bigger is always better. Honda is playing a long game. Quiet, efficient, affordable transportation for the masses. And once riders get used to the convenience and cost savings, they are unlikely to look back. Harley reached for luxury. Honda reached for the masses. But now let's jump to a bike built for long-haul dominance, where comfort, performance, and confidence all meet at highway speed. Number 4. Honda NT 1100 DCT. Comfort no longer needs to come with compromise. The NT 1100 delivers refined long-distance capability without the weight, noise, or overcomplication that riders have come to expect from full-size tourers. It takes a different approach, one rooted in smooth power delivery, intuitive technology, and real-world usability. For those who want to eat up the miles without wrestling a 1,000-pound machine, this is the modern answer. Powering this machine is a liquid-cooled 1,084 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine that produces approximately 100 horsepower, and 82 pound-feet of torque-stopping power comes from dual front disc brakes with 4 piston calipers and a single disc at the rear, all governed by a cornering-ready anti-lock braking system. Suspension is handled by a 43mm inverted fork and a ProLink rear shock, each offering 5.9 inches of travel and adjustable preload. Wet weight is 547 pounds or 575 pounds with panniers installed. Seat height comes in at 32.3 inches. Pricing starts at $11,899. What makes the NT 1100 stand out is its dual-clutch transmission, a fully automatic 6-speed gearbox that eliminates the need for a clutch while still offering manual override through paddle shifters. It transforms the riding experience, especially on long trips or in stop-and-go traffic. Riders can let the bike handle shifting entirely or take control with fingertip precision, making it adaptable to different styles, terrain, and fatigue levels. Ergonomically, it's built to handle days in the saddle. The seating triangle strikes a perfect balance between relaxed and alert, with a wide, supportive seat and naturally positioned bars. There's plenty of space for a passenger too, and the ride remains composed even when loaded down. A height-adjustable windscreen moves through 6.5 inches of vertical travel, offering personalized wind protection at speed. Technological features include a 6.5-inch full-color touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Bluetooth connectivity. You can navigate, manage calls, or control your music directly from the dash, all without taking your hands off the grips. Honda Selectable Torque Control adds wheel lift management and cornering stability to the electronic suite, while standard heated grips and cruise control come included straight from the factory. Fuel efficiency is impressive, with a 5-gallon tank delivering nearly 300 miles of mixed riding range. That means fewer stops and more saddle time, ideal for both casual weekend escapes and serious cross-country travel. Optional panniers and a top box provide integrated weather-resistant storage that blends into the bodywork, keeping the bike's lines clean even when fully loaded. Chassis dynamics are another strong suit. The steel frame provides balance and confidence in the corners, with a planted feel even under braking or mid-turn adjustments. Unlike many larger touring bikes, it doesn't wallow, doesn't resist input, and doesn't require muscle to maneuver. This makes it ideal for riders transitioning away from heavier cruisers or simply wanting something more nimble on twisty roads. What sets this machine apart from traditional touring cruisers is not just the price, but how much more refined it feels in motion. There's no belt slap, no engine heat soaking the rider, no low-speed clumsiness. It just moves. Quietly, confidently, and without demanding constant attention. In a segment once defined by excess weight and complexity, this is a reminder that less can be more. This bike doesn't tour, it glides, but if you want a machine that shouts muscle without the bloat, Honda's got that too. Number 3. Honda CB 1000 Hornet SP. Aggression, precision, and raw athleticism. This is what the street demands when you're not interested in playing nice. The CB 1000 Hornet SP is not a cruiser, not a touring platform, and certainly not a showpiece. It is a machine stripped of pretense and loaded with real performance, aimed squarely at riders who want their power immediate and their response razor sharp. Underneath its minimalist skin lies a liquid-cooled 998 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine producing 122 horsepower and 67 pound-feet of torque. Braking is handled by dual floating front discs with 4-piston Brembo radial mount calipers and a single rear disc with a 2-piston caliper, all supported by a cornering-aware anti-lock braking system. Suspension consists of a fully adjustable Showa 43mm inverted fork up front and a piggyback-style Öhlins rear shock offering 5.6 inches of travel. Wet weight tips the scale at 464 pounds and seat height comes in at 33.9 inches. The expected price range sits between $12,000 and $14,000, making it one of the most affordable leader-class naked sport bikes with premium hardware. The riding position is commanding with slightly forward lean, wide bars, and aggressive foot peg placement that keeps the rider in full control without compromising comfort on longer stretches. The bodywork is minimal but muscular, giving the bike a compact, athletic stance. Every line, every cut in the tank and frame signals purpose, not decoration. LED lighting, a sculpted headlamp mask, and exposed exhaust headers add to the bike's visual punch without crossing into cartoonish territory. Power delivery is immediate but manageable. The inline-4 surges cleanly through the rev range with throttle response that remains predictable even under sudden input. A factory quick shifter offers clutchless upshifts and downshifts, reducing fatigue and maximizing performance during spirited riding. It is the kind of setup that encourages confident control and rewards skilled riders without punishing those still learning its boundaries. The dash is a full-color digital TFT display that puts gear position, throttle mapping, traction settings, lap timers, and ride modes front and center. Speaking of ride modes, riders can toggle between rain, standard, and sport, each adjusting throttle sharpness, engine braking, and traction intervention on the fly. No fluff, no gimmicks, just performance-focused adjustments for real-world use. Fuel capacity sits at 4.2 gallons, offering roughly 140 to 160 miles of range depending on how hard you twist the throttle. While this is no long-distance tourer, it offers enough flexibility for daily use, spirited weekends, or the occasional backroad blitz. And because it uses proven components and a non-stressed engine architecture, long-term reliability is expected to be as solid as anything Honda has produced. Where this motorcycle becomes a problem for Harley-Davidson is in its execution. The Street Fighter segment is one Harley attempted to enter with the Bronx project, but ultimately abandoned. Riders were waiting. Honda delivered. And now, instead of a bulky, overstyled attempt at naked performance, riders get a bike that is lighter, quicker, more refined, and thousands of dollars cheaper. It is stripped down, it is sharpened, and it is exactly what the next generation of street riders has been asking for. Honda didn't just outmuscle Harley here, they out-engineered them. But the next bike hits where Harley used to reign supreme: nostalgia. Number 2. Honda CB 1000F concept. Elegance and aggression rarely share the same machine, but the CB 1000F concept proves that style and strength do not need to be opposites. With its neo-retro design, modern engine, and advanced chassis, this motorcycle walks a razor-fine line between the past and the present. It is not just a tribute to classic motorcycles, it is a modern-day evolution of them. And for Harley-Davidson, it is a stark reminder of what their brand used to stand for: heritage with muscle. Beneath its sculpted tank and round LED headlights sits a liquid-cooled liquid-cooled 998 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine delivering 150 horsepower and 76 pound-feet of torquey braking is managed by dual front disc brakes paired with dual piston calipers and a single rear disc with a single piston caliper, all tied into a cornering-capable anti-lock braking system. Suspension includes a 41mm inverted fork with preload and rebound damping adjustment up front and a monoshock rear setup offering 4.7 inches of travel. Estimated wet weight comes in at approximately 460 pounds with a seat height of 31.5 inches. While official pricing has yet to be confirmed, expectations place it between $15,000 and $16,000. Ergonomics blend old-school charm with modern comfort. The bars are slightly raised, foot pegs are mid-mounted, and the seat is flat and supportive. This allows for both casual urban cruising and dynamic riding without shifting posture. The overall geometry encourages confidence without fatigue, and the slim tank and narrow tail section allow for an engaged, grounded riding feel. This is a bike you sit in, not on, and the feedback it gives through the bars and seat is pure and unfiltered. Visually, it is a head-turner, a round headlamp sculpted tank with knee indents, minimal side panels, and exposed frame sections give it the silhouette of a classic cafe racer, but with modern precision. The tail section is short and clean, housing a ribbed leather seat and discreet lighting that gives the bike a timeless edge. It is stylish without trying too hard, and everything on it looks built to last, not just to show. Performance is where the CB1000F concept separates itself from the cruiser pack. The power delivery is smooth but relentless, with throttle response that feels refined yet responsive. The inline-4's character comes alive in the mid-range, offering rapid roll-on acceleration for highway passing or backroad sprints. Ride modes, standard, sport, and rain, tailor power delivery and traction control to match road conditions and rider preference. And unlike older bikes with outdated electronics, this one seamlessly integrates safety and performance without becoming intrusive. Fuel capacity is expected to be around 4 gallons, with real-world fuel economy in the 45 to 50 miles per gallon range. That gives riders a solid 180 to 200 mile range, plenty for weekend rides, daily commutes, or scenic backroad escapes. The digital dash mixes analog-style aesthetics with a compact readout that includes speed, gear position, fuel range, and ride mode status. And here's the part that should concern Harley-Davidson. This motorcycle does nostalgia right. It honors classic form without becoming a museum piece. It uses modern components not as a gimmick, but to elevate the experience. And it never feels like it's compensating for a lack of performance with chrome or brand history. Instead, it makes a statement through engineering, craftsmanship, and timeless design. It looks classic, but it rides like the future. Now, the final blow to Harley's legacy is a machine they simply can't compete with anymore. Still here. That means you care about what's next. Subscribe now. We break stories the mainstream bike media won't touch. Number 1. Honda Goldwing 5th Anniversary Edition. There are motorcycles that you ride, and then there are motorcycles that carry you. The Goldwing 50th Anniversary Edition is not just a touring bike, it is a throne on wheels. A machine engineered for riders who demand silence at speed, comfort without compromise, and technology that fades into the background while elevating every mile. This is the kind of dominance that no amount of chrome can replicate, and it's the reason many Harley riders never look back. At the heart of this machine is a liquid-cooled 1,800 cubic centimeter flat-6 engine producing 120 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. Braking is managed by dual front discs with 4 piston calipers and a rear disc with a 2-piston caliper, all integrated into a fully linked, cornering-ready anti-lock braking system. Suspension consists of a double wishbone front system and a single Pro-Link rear shock with electronic preload adjustment. Wet weight comes in at approximately 960 pounds. Seat height is a manageable 26.5 inches. Starting price is $24,995. From the first moment the engine fires up, you know this motorcycle is different. The flat six configuration eliminates almost all vibration, delivering turbine-like smoothness that keeps the ride composed even at high speeds. Torque arrives early and stays strong across the rev range, making acceleration feel effortless, whether you're solo or carrying a full load with a passenger. Paired with a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission, riders can choose fully automatic shifting or manual override with paddle controls. It's seamless, intuitive, and perfect for long-haul touring or navigating urban congestion. The riding position is pure comfort engineering. A deep plush seat cradles the rider, while wide bars and floorboard-style foot placements keep your body relaxed. Heated grips and heated seats for both rider and passenger come standard. A power-adjustable windscreen paired with aerodynamic fairing vents provides personalized airflow at the push of a button. Even after hundreds of miles, fatigue is minimal and ride quality remains composed. Where this machine truly separates from the rest is its technology integration. A 7-inch full-color display offers navigation, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and voice control. 4 selectable ride modes, Tour, Sport, Rain, and Econ, adapt power delivery, suspension response, and traction control to match conditions. Cruise control, keyless ignition, a tire pressure monitoring system, and a premium sound system are all standard features. And yet, despite the list, none of it feels overwhelming. The controls are intuitive, the interface is clean, and the focus remains on the ride. Storage is both generous and secure. The top trunk holds 60 liters, and the side cases add even more capacity. All compartments are weather-sealed and lockable by remote key fob. Fuel capacity sits at 5.5 gallons, and with an average of 45 miles per gallon, range easily exceeds 250 miles. It is a true long-distance platform, built not just for day trips, but for entire journeys. Handling is sharper than the weight might suggest. The double wishbone front end keeps steering neutral and responsive, even under load or in sweeping turns. It leans with confidence, tracks predictably through corners, and glides over uneven pavement with a grace few bikes in its class can match. The suspension isolates the rider from road imperfections without sacrificing feel. The result is a sensation of control that's rare in machines this size. Harley may have built the dream. This wasn't just a product launch, it was a declaration. Honda isn't chasing Harley anymore. They're replacing it. But while one brand rises, another group of bikes is quietly exploding in value. If you want to know which sleepers are turning into collector gold, that's your next stop. And if this video gave you something to think about, like, comment, and subscribe. We're just getting started.